Good afternoon, everyone. I will be doing my interview presentation on Joseph Showtime Arnett. He is from Indianapolis, where he attended North Central High School, where he earned All American and was signed with the Hoosiers of Indiana University. During summer practices, he tore his MCL and ACL and lost his scholarship. Who is Showtime Arnett? He is an NBA marketing agent at Checkmate Sports, an agency based in Atlanta. Arnett is the host and owner of a big time sports radio talk show out of Indiana, Showtime Arnett Sports Talk. Growing up, he was the ball boy for the Indiana Pacers, which gave him connections and memories that he will never forget. I asked Mr. Arnett what he studied in college. He said communication studies. During his time at Indiana University, he picked up many connections and made lots of relationships that will hold him for a lifetime. With him deciding to hang up his shoes, he would joke with his teammates after games and practices, act as media, and hold interviews for them, until one day he decided to take it serious. He also stated that his father was always losing agents when he was playing professional football and that made him feel bad. He enlisted into the Army and that gave him a lot of time to think about it. I asked Mr. Arnett, what is your favorite part about working in sports? He says you meet a lot of great people, the benefits are good, and you get the front row seat. I asked Mr. Arnett, how do you start your day? He stated that he is still stuck in his Army ways and that he wakes up at 5 o'clock every day, showers, works out, and eats breakfast. When asked, what do you believe is your weaknesses? He stated his biggest weakness is overplanning. He crams his day with lots of things to get done before 6 and he barely gets anything done. And he's looking for an assistant. He also said he's never satisfied and that he's learning to be patient. I asked him, how do you build your connections? He said from teammates from high school and Indiana University. His dad was an NFL player and he has lots of his connects. I also asked him what is his approach to having someone on his talk show. He studies the person, contacts the person through email or social media, and hopefully they respond. I asked, what is something you live by? And he said, you must always stay true to yourself. And he lives by a quote that motivates him. From Kobe Bryant, I want to see if I can. I don't know if I can. I want to find out. When I asked Mr. Arnett, how do you feel about the company you work for? He says, I love it. I would never have been in many rooms without them. I asked Mr. Arnett, what big names have you had the pleasure of meeting? He told me Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Michael Jordan, and those were only a few. He has stories with every single one of them, from talking colognes with Michael Jordan, asking Larry Bird was he going to play in the game tonight because of his back injury, and getting shoes signed by Scottie Pippen. When asked, do you believe in racism is in sports? He said, racism is everywhere. Some people will be racist forever. It's how they were raised. I reached out to Showtime Arnett by email.